Hi guys, so per the title, I'm going to be making 3D eyes. I'm going to show you how to make them. So what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to get my whole layers ready, and with this I'm going to be adding a layer and I'm going to be dragging it down. After this I'm going to be putting the color to green, and this is what's going to be easiest for us to cut out our eyes. So I just drag it and I just put it all over the background, and after this I'm going to be saving our image. After this, I'm going to be doing the exact same thing but with the color black. And I'm also just going to be saving this image, and now we can move on to Blender. Now that we're in Blender, I'm going to have my screencast keys on, so I'm going to be able to kind of talk you through, and you can always just go back and look at the screencast keys. So I'm going to be adding my plane, and I'm going to be sizing it up, and the way I do that is I'm going to be pressing S and slide my mouse downwards so it can expand. And after this, I'm going to be adding my reference. Once I added my reference, I kind of drag it up with the blue arrow. You can also use the letter G to move things around, but this I find it simpler. And when I move it around, I'm also going to be putting my x-ray on, and I'm also going to put my wireframe on just so it can be easier for us to see. You can see the arrow that I kind of drew on the side, and that is just so we can be able to cut it out more easy. And with this, you want to make sure that your plane is bigger than your reference. You can see that on the side with the orange line. It's kind of like, I guess, bigger in a way. And with this, you're going to be wanting to press K. Once K pops up, you're going to be able to see a knife, and literally all you have to do is just trace out your eye or your image that you want to cut out. It's a little tedious, but honestly it's not that much work. You're literally just going to cut it out, and you kind of have to be a little bit precise, so it can be time consuming, but once you get used to it, it does get better. And I'm also just gonna kind of speed this process up, and once you want to stop cutting it out, you finish cutting it out, you're gonna press space on your keyboard, and if you want to cut something else out, you press space and you want to click that again. Once you press this, your image should kind of look like this. You can also just press outside, and now what you're gonna want to do is you're gonna want to drag your mouse over the verticals on the bottom and the top, and you can see where I did that there. You just want to put your right side of your keyboard and put delete verticals, and with this you're gonna be doing X. So what I'm gonna be doing is I'm clicking my K, and then I'm getting and clicking one of the points, and I'm just connecting it to make it an X right there. It can seem kind of confusing, but if you do have questions, you can always join my server or DM me if you do have questions. What I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be holding shift on my keyboard, clicking all three of those points in the middle, and I'm going to be doing my right click and putting delete verticals. And with this part, if you have a random line, you can also click one of the vertical that it's connected to, subdivide it, click the point in the middle, and you're also just going to put delete verticals. After this is done, you can kind of delete your background reference, and you're just going to be left with your plane. What I like to do is I like to add a modifier. So you're going to be going to the toolbar on the bottom, and you're going to put solidify, and I like to do 0.02. And after this, you're going to convert it to a mesh, and now you can go to UV editing. With UV editing, you can put, you can't really see what I put, but I put the letter A, and everything's supposed to pop up. And now on the top, on our UV side, you can put open. You're going to open our reference image with the green background. After this, you're just going to be kind of moving our verticals all to match it up with our drawing itself. You can put G on your keyboard, just kind of move it around. You can also use S and your mouse to kind of size it up to fit it. My eyebrow isn't the same just because I do my eyebrows differently on Blender, but yes. After this, you can be adding our textures. Now we're going to go into the red circle, and we're just going to be clicking our base color, and we're going to put image texture. We're just going to be opening it with a black background. After this, it should be loaded in. You're not going to be able to see it until you use your viewpoint shading. You're going to do it flat and your texture, and yeah, after this you can just place it onto your dummy. The way that I like to do is I like to fix my mannequin, make sure it's in the middle, and I'm just going to be kind of placing it. I'm going to set my origin to the eye, and now I'm just going to make it smaller, and I'm just going to place it within the eye. With this part, I like to go back to the studio, and I like to put on my x-ray mode just to see. I can size it down to wherever I want, if I want it more closer to the together or more separate. But after I'm done placing it, I kind of view it from my XZ axis, and I kind of put it in front of the eye. Once it reaches the point of the front, I'm going to rotate it, and I'm just going to drag it back down to make sure it's just flat on the face like this. After this, I'm just going to be checking if it's good on the eye, if nothing's kind of poking through, And now I'm just going to be shifting it and I'm going to duplicate it. And now you can just mirror it to X and you can just drag it along the other side. And after this, you should be able to view your texture. And after this, you should be having your 3D eyes. And you can always just move them together. You can always move them closer. You guys can move them farther. It's going to look the best either way. But yes, this is my first tutorial, guys. So please don't be mad if I'm confusing. But please let me know if you guys have any questions for me. You guys can join my Discord server or text me. I don't know. Bye.